The Golden State Warriors, a franchise steeped in recent championship tradition, returned to the postseason spotlight with a statement victory that reminded the league just how dangerous they can be when Stephen Curry is locked in and Jimmy Butler brings his trademark intensity. For a team that hadn't tasted playoff basketball since 2020, their reemergence wasn't just a return, it was a thunderous declaration. In a first-round matchup that pits youth and length against championship metal, the Warriors stepped on the stage and made it unmistakably clear. They're not here for nostalgia. They're here to contend. Stephen Curry, the maestro of postseason theatrics, wasted no time establishing his rhythm. By halftime, he had already poured in 16 points, marking the 50th time in his illustrious playoff career that he had scored at least 15 in the first half. It was vintage Curry, moving off the ball with surgical precision, knocking down threes that defy logic, and igniting the crowd with each flick of the wrist. At one point, the Warriors surged to a 23-point lead, the largest of the game, capped by a deep three at the buzzer that sent ripples through Chase Center and reminded everyone watching that playoff Steph is a different beast entirely. But this wasn't a one-man show. Making his postseason debut for Golden State, Jimmy Butler brought the grit and edge that has defined his career. Known as Playoff Jimmy for a reason, Butler was relentless, attacking the rim, finishing through contact, and anchoring the defensive effort. He and Curry combined to form an unexpected but potent duo, complementing each other's styles in a way that could make the Warriors one of the most dangerous lower seeds in recent memory. Butler's impact was immediate, and his post-game comments captured the essence of Curry's playoff aura. Like I always say, Batman, you never see him coming. Then he just falls out of the sky. Still, questions loom. Despite the win, the Warriors managed just 94 points, the fewest in a postseason victory since 2022, and production beyond Curry and Butler was inconsistent. Moses Moody and rookie Quentin Post had flashes, but Steve Kerr made a notable and controversial decision to bench Jonathan Kuminga, arguably the most athletic player on the roster, and the team's leading scorer against Houston this season. It's a decision that could haunt the Warriors, especially given Kuminga's 21.3 points per game against the Rockets this year. His absence was glaring, and as the series stretches on, the need for his explosiveness and ability to attack mismatches may prove vital. And while the Warriors' experience is undeniable, their physical limitations were exposed. The Rockets dominated the glass, out-rebounding Golden State by double digits. Ivica Zubac had already punished them on the boards in a previous game with 17 rebounds, and now the likes of Alperen Sengun and Steven Adams loom large, literally and figuratively. Houston, coached by the tactically astute Ime Udoka, has built an identity around defense, length, and rebounding. While they lack a true go-to scorer in crunch time, they make up for it with defensive tenacity and positional versatility. The question is, when the lights are brightest, who will create offense? Fred VanVleet, a proven playoff performer, brings championship pedigree, and Dillon Brooks is as fearless as they come. Jalen Green is electric in space and can score in bunches, but consistency remains a concern. Amen Thompson, though young, is already turning heads as a two-way force. But the Rockets, despite their promise, may be one piece away. Had they landed a superstar like Durant or Butler at the trade deadline, the conversation might be different. For now, the talent gap remains, and when it came down to it in Game 1, that difference was Steph Curry. Houston must now confront the reality of being significant underdogs. Golden State opened the series as a -200 favorite, a staggering line considering they're the 7th seed without home court. It's only the second time in 3 decades that a number 7 seed was favored over number 2. That number will not go unnoticed in Houston's locker room. Expect Udoka to weaponize that narrative, turning it into fuel for a young team hungry to prove they belong. But inexperience is a double-edged sword. The Rockets struggled to crack 90 points despite holding the Warriors under 100. And while Houston's defense can smother opponents, their offense remains a work in progress. That's the puzzle they must solve. Because in the postseason, when possessions are precious and defenses tighten, you need a player who can manufacture points out of nothing. Golden State has that in Curry. Houston, for now, does not. As the series unfolds, the Warriors' path to the Western Conference Finals will depend not just on the brilliance of their 2 stars, but on whether they can withstand the physical toll of a long series. There are no back-to-backs in playoffs, a blessing for an aging roster, but questions about durability persist. Curry is 36, and though still explosive, he's no longer in his physical prime. Butler, despite his toughness, has logged heavy miles. The supporting cast must rise to the occasion. Otherwise, Golden State risks flaming out against a younger, hungrier, and more athletic opponent. Make no mistake, Houston isn't going quietly. If this goes 7, the Rockets' size and depth could wear Golden State down. But if Curry continues his postseason brilliance and Butler maintains his intensity, the Warriors' experience and shot-making may just be enough to edge out the rising Rockets and punch their ticket to another showdown, possibly against LeBron James and the Lakers. And if Curry can get through Durant, LeBron, and Doncic in one postseason, the legacy conversation reaches an entirely different level. This isn't just about advancing. This is about history.